Nobody tells you to leave. Nobody says anything mean. Nobody even raises their voice. They just stop acknowledging you.
And for most people, that's enough to change how they feel. In 2003, researchers put people in a brain scanner while they played a simple ball-tossing game called cyberball. You're lying there. Two other people, that's what you're told, are tossing a ball back and forth on a screen. You're in it too, throwing, catching.
They keep playing. The ball goes back and forth between them. Once, twice, 3 times. You're still waiting for your turn.
The scanner lights up. Some of the same brain regions involved in processing physical pain became active during social exclusion. Psychologists call this experience ostracism. This reaction happens automatically. It triggers even when you are excluded by people you do not particularly like. Your brain detects exclusion before you've even formed a conscious thought about what's happening. So the brain treats exclusion as injury. So why would being left out of a group matter so much to the human brain? For most of the time humans have existed, we lived in small bands, 20 to 50 people. For our ancestors, daily life depended heavily on other people. Imagine living in a small hunter-gatherer group. You've angered someone, doesn't matter why. Now they stop sharing food with you, stop watching your back when predators are near. You still sleep 50 meters away, but you're no longer really there. In a small, interdependent group, being accepted wasn't just socially rewarding. It affected how much support, cooperation, and protection you could expect from others. Researchers still debate the precise evolutionary origins of this response. But one thing is clear: humans pay close attention to cues that their social relationships may be at risk. Think about the last time you sent a message and got no reply. Watched it sit there, the read receipt, the silence. Rationally, you know the person is probably just busy. But after a while, the silence can start to feel like social rejection.
Exclusion hurts.
Yet humans continue to use it in virtually every society.
Why?
For a group to function, there has to be some distinction between members and non-members. In the 1970s, Henri Tajfel ran an experiment. He assigned people to groups based on a coin flip, and immediately, people favored their own group and discriminated against the other. A coin flip was enough to create us and them. Every group has some way of defining membership, and once membership exists, so does the possibility of losing it. Membership comes with expectations. You know what happens if you break the rules of your group? People pull back. Invitations stop. The fear of being pushed out is what keeps you showing up.
Following norms, not taking more than your share. It also discourages people from taking without contributing, because cooperation depends on the expectation that others will do the same.
Exclusion doesn't just regulate behavior. It also helps define group identity. Sports fans distinguish themselves from rival clubs. Political movements distinguish themselves from competing movements. Group membership is often shaped not only by who belongs, but also by who does not. Belonging is more than a feeling. It comes with expectations, responsibilities, and social consequences. Those consequences help groups maintain trust, cooperation, and a shared sense of identity. The same social forces that help groups stay coordinated can also influence individual judgment. People don't always say what they think. They don't always voice disagreement. And they don't always act independently of the group around them. When societies grow large enough, these same forces scale up. Sometimes people stay loyal to a group even when they privately think the group is wrong. Sometimes they follow authority figures they disagree with. Sometimes they stay silent because speaking up feels riskier than going along. It's the same need to belong. It helps people cooperate, coordinate, and build stable social groups.
But under some conditions, It can also make people less willing to challenge those groups.
So why do humans fear social exclusion? Because for most of our history, group living was closely linked to social survival. Relationships shaped cooperation, trust, support, and group membership. The result is a mind that pays close attention to signs of exclusion. That sensitivity helps groups function. It helps maintain cooperation.
But it can also make people more responsive to social pressure.
Every group offers belonging.
And belonging often influences how people think, behave, and relate to one another. Think about the groups you're part of.
Your friends, your workplace, your family, your favorite team. Each comes with its own expectations. Most of the time, we don't pay much attention to them, yet they still influence how people interact, what they express, and what they keep to themselves.